Okay, fine, we are all here.
Okay.
Bob is here and Al is here.
Right, great.
Jennifer said that there was nothing that she didn't think she needed to be here, but if we had any questions, we can give her a call and she can call in as well.
Okay, great. All right, I was just wondering what the balance was. I was trying to find
Okay.
her from last meeting.
Okay.
Let me see if I find that, and if I don't, I'll send her an email.
Okay.
So, so following up from the last meeting, we had talked about the possibility of purchasing annuities to be the investment for the pension plan, so that, the board didn't need to worry about investment returns, that the benefits for the members, the two members that remained in the fund, were taken care of. And so, I got some quotes for, the purchase of annuities. Obviously, these numbers have expired, but, this gives you an idea of approximately how much money you would need in order to purchase, these annuities. So, is this something that you all are still interested in? I know, at the last meeting, non-meeting, Robert had indicated an interest in seeing whether the city would be willing to provide a COLA on these particular benefits, because there is not a COLA in the plan currently. And so the plan would have to be amended to provide for that in order to pay COLA benefits. So I'll just open it up to you all for discussion, kind of, is this something that you're interested in? Should we pursue it? And, kind of where we are on the COLA.
Yeah, the city denied that request.
Okay.
For that, so we're right back kind of where we started, so without any changes, so.
So did you send me an email, because I haven't gotten it yet?
No, I thought Charles had sent out an email.
You mean no as to the COLA or no email on the paperwork?
I think he's talking about no on the COLA, that
Okay.
there is no COLA from, the city's not interested in paying for a COLA in the plan.
Correct, yes, I thought Charles sent out an email. If he didn't, I can certainly send you something that says that.
No, that's all fine. I just meant, I thought it would be, before the meeting, you said that you were gonna send me something.
No, we printed out the paperwork that you had sent us.
That's great. Okay.
The requested annuity quotes, that's what we printed out, so we have a copy.
Okay, so again, we do have those quotes.
Yes.
They're from various companies. Again, the idea of this exercise was really just to say, do we have enough money to purchase them? And, is this something that you all are interested in pursuing based upon what we were able to gather?
Okay. Did you get that total by chance from?
I'm looking. I have the 331 report, 2023. The police balance is $579,796. So, it looks like there are sufficient funds in the plan, just looking at the two highest.
Right. Yeah, it seems like total cost, three of them are pretty close to each other, then one is out there a little bit farther than the others.
So it's about $400,000 for 391 to 7584 exactly if I use the two highest costs on here.
Okay.
And the balance as of March 31st was $579,796. So there's about $100,000 worth of play in there.
Okay. Well, I mean, just for discussion purposes, I think we should probably pursue it to keep it more of a hands-off, I guess, kind of approach, and let the professionals kind of handle how to invest it. I do have one question with the balance, because obviously if the buy-in is say around 400,000, we have 579,000, what happens with the balance of that, the rest
So
of
the
it?
balance will just stay in the trust fund, so it will be there for two purposes. One is to pay expenses of the trust fund going forward, so, having your meetings, have your actuarial evaluation, all of those things, that money will be available to pay for that.
Okay.
Additionally, the city is standing behind these benefit payments, and so, if the companies, these are all very well rated insurance companies, but if the companies go under, the city would still be responsible for paying the remaining benefits. So, in the event, it's kind of like insurance, in the event that they go under. So, I say that because, during the great financial crisis in 2008, AIG, which is one of the largest annuity companies across the country, it was in danger, and the government came in and propped them up to get them back into business. But, if they had not done that, there was nothing obligating them to do it other than, the downfall of the United States annuity system.
Right, understood.
They fixed it, but, to me, you wouldn't have thought that it would have affected AIG that substantially, but it did. And so, that money is there in the event that, at some point in the future, something goes terribly wrong.
Okay,
So that money would need to still be invested, but I don't think you would invest it in the same, it would really be more for protection of the principal, than anything else.
okay. The other question I had was, right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, are we using the Bank of New York to hold the funds?
Correct.
Do,
I don't know who your custodian is,
Bank of New York.
Bank of New York, okay.
is that something that, do we keep the money with them, or is that, we had talked before about possibly moving the money to more of a local bank, is that an option that we have?
So, you're required to, either keep it with a trust company, or a bank which the state of Florida recognizes as what's called a qualified public depository. I mean, other than the fact that the state looks into them, and they have them on a list. That's how they become a qualified public depository. They have to meet certain requirements.
Okay, so it'd be either with one of the companies that we're looking at here, or a bank that is.
Oh, no, so if you purchase the annuity, if you purchase the annuity, you would give this money to those insurance companies. The insurance company, the annuity piece of the insurance companies would pay you and Ms. Schultz every month.
I see, okay.
There'd be no, they wouldn't have any more money.
Bank of New York wouldn't have any more
We
money.
would pay that, we pay $391,275.84, and pay it to, Pacific Life and United of Omaha. We'd have that annuity contract as our guarantee that they're gonna pay, and so then they would pay Ms. Schultz and Robert the monthly benefit, and the pension fund won't have to pay any more money into that contract. They'll
Okay,
take all the administrative responsibilities, they'll send you your 1099Rs, they'll just take care of all of that for the pension fund.
okay,
The remaining $100,000 or so, $200,000, and whatever's left, and so, this is something we definitely would ask Jennifer about, but, be in a bond fund, be in some sort of a preservation of capital type of investment, so that money is there and available, and then, you would pay it out as you needed to for expense purposes.
I see, so it would be like a, something that was low risk, if you will.
Right, I mean, I think that's where you would go to make sure that, you know, that the money was always going to be there
Okay.
for, you know, for the rainy day.
So it's not little. So I just wanna make sure, so the money, whatever, which one, like she said, we decide to pick, then whatever that total is will be taken from the money,
Bank of New York, yeah.
Bank of New York, and paid to them. And so whatever is left,
We would talk to, is it Jennifer,
and Jennifer, yes,
about investing that into something that's, not real risky, so that the
It's-
money's
it's
there.
always there.
It's like our rainy day fund,
Okay.
I guess, if you will.
gotcha, gotcha.
Does that sound accurate to you, Bonnie?
Yes.
Okay.
And so if you wanted to replace Bank of New York with somebody else, you know, that it would be that remainder.
I see.
Okay, okay, I
Okay.
understand.
Bonnie, in your opinion, with these companies that we have here, and the difference in payments, especially on the annuity quote for me, what has been kind of your experience with, say, the difference between United of Omaha and Pacific Life? I mean, all four of them seem like they're companies that have been around for a very long time, and that they're reputable companies. Why would there be such a disparity in the price?
So based on the annuity tables that they use, based on, you know, what they anticipate investing this money in, their outlook for, you know, it's a magical calculation for them, because purchasing annuities or establishing annuities is, you know, is just actuarial science. And a lot of that is forecasting.
Right.
So, you know, what do they think the investment rate of return is going to be going forward? And how long do they think that Robert Chair is gonna live based on the annuity tables that they're using? That's really what it's all about.
Right, okay, understood. Is there an advantage to going with, a more expensive one than a less expensive?
So once we get the calculations, we know we're going forward. So again, this was just exploratory. I would bring you the information about each one of these, each one of these insurance companies. All their ratings, kind of the reserves that they have, how they've been rated by the rating agencies, so that you'd be able to know going in, as much as you can about those companies. And we can do due diligence around the firm, prior to entering into an agreement to purchase it, even if we have to do another set of quotes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
ma'am.
there's no real time crunch here, so you can spend as much time doing the due diligence around purchasing the annuities as you need to.
I see, okay.
So that you're comfortable with the company that you're working with, so you totally understand what's at stake with them, how long they've been in business, how much money they have in annuities that they're paying out, all of that will be available to you.
Okay, and then with the remainder of the money, once we make a decision on what company we want to go with, and that remainder of that money, if we want to move it to a different bank, we would make that decision at that time as well.
Right, and then we would look for, companies that either have who are a trust company. So there's, two basic companies that I work with in most of the places. So Salem Trust, which is a trust company, and Fiduciary Trust, which is a trust company that's affiliated with Templeton.
Okay,
So those are the funds or the companies that I work with most who provide custodian services. You could go with a local bank, but they would have to be what's called they have to be on that qualified public depository list.
okay, understood. Great. So basically, we're just deciding whether to move forward with,
Correct.
to get the new annuity quotes and to move forward with after those quotes are in.
Right, and then we'll do, you know, at that time, we'll do due diligence. I'll do the quote for kind of an October 1st. As you can see on here, we had indicated that we'll update to 10/1/23 for the final quote. So, you know, that'll be our goal, but if, you know, if we can't make it, then, you know, we'll try to do it for January.
Okay.
Because I want you all to be comfortable with the company that you're investing in, on air quote, not investing the money with, for purposes of the annuity.
Okay. Sir, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Sheila, do you have anything?
No.
Yeah, Bonnie,
That's-
great job on explaining.
Yeah,
Bonnie.
that was pretty good. Because that was my concern. I wasn't sure how will it work for Bank of New York. Does that money stay there? But now that you explain it, I understand it.
I'm glad.
So do we need a motion?
You would need a motion, so I think the motion should be to, you know, pursue the, annuity quote and to get information about the company, so that you can make a decision about purchasing the annuity. And somebody can just say, so moved.
So moved.
So moved.
So moved.
You need a second.
All right,
I second.
all in favor?
Yeah, a second.
All right, great. So do you all have any other questions?
No, I don't.
Actually, no, I feel very comfortable with where we're at right now, so.
Okay, good, yeah, and, you know, I think the market's been up since the end of March, so there should be a little bit more money in there. I mean, you know, I know you're not in a position of adding to it, you're kind of just subtracting dollars, but,
Right.
you
Okay.
know, there definitely hasn't been any terrible market events.
Right, yeah, actually, it seems like, at least everything that I have in the market seems like it's starting to rebound a little bit, so.
Yeah. I would hope for just green or zero.
Agreed.
So, anyway.
Should we wait for an email from you on when we proceed? Or?
Yeah, so, I think that if you want to, so we just came up on the end of another quarter, so the June 30 quarter. So, you know, we can do the meeting in conjunction with the firefighters meeting, because that way when Jennifer comes, she can give you the end of, it usually takes them about 6 weeks from the end of the quarter to get the updated investment information.
Okay,
So, you know, they'll be able to produce for you another book. So if that's good for you guys, I think that's what we should choose to do.
It's good for me.
it's good for me. Sir, is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay,
All right?
I think we're good.
Yeah, so you'll need a motion to adjourn.
You're up.
So moved.
I need a
Second.
All eyes.
Aye.
All right, well, great, thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys getting together with this, and I'll get back in touch with the Dietrich broker, to get that, so the updated annuity quotes and the background information on the insurance company.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your help, Bonnie, I really appreciate it.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yep, I think
If she hung up, she hung up.
All right,
all right. Thank God we got that.
we're finally heading in a direction.
Yeah.
We've been kind of,
I'm gonna reach out to, Diane and see if she wants to come,
okay,
because she really should be in on it.
I agree.
And I'm not sure if